All right, I'm live, baby. Yeah. What's going on, fight fans? It's your boy G Funk, man, and I'm back. And you know it's gonna go down, man, because this fight was unbelievable last night, man. I'm watching it again. I got it on right now. Unbelievable fight, man. Make sure you hit that like button, support the channel, leave me your comments, man, while I'm going over this post fight reaction here to this classic. And I mean, this is going to be a classic, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to go down as one of the best, what I believe, one of the best welterweight unification fights in history of the sport. Man, this thing was special, especially those last four rounds. Rounds 9 through 12, just unbelievable action, man. Back and forth, toe to toe. Just man, it had it all. This fight really had it all. No Paul, what's up, brother? I see you, man. Good morning. Man, what a fight, dude. I got a hangover, and I'm not talking about a hangover from alcohol, man. I'm hungover from this fight. And just like when you do have a hangover from alcohol, an OG told me back in the day, you go drink some more, it'll go away. Well, I need some more, man. I need some more of Shawn Porter and Errol Spence, man, because that fight was unbelievable, man. Jeez. I mean, like I said, it had it all, man. It had it all. I mean, there was some boxing in there, some dirty boxing from both guys. Um, man, it had everything, man. There was good counter shots. Uh, the inside body work by both guys was good. Um, Unbelievable. No, Paul says I'm suffering from post-fight stress disorder. I'm with you, man. I'm right there with you. How'd you see the fight, bro? How'd you see the fight, No, Paul? I seen it. I had it. I watched it twice now. Once last night live, and then I watched it again this morning with my daughter, and she enjoyed the fight as well. But I had the fight. Let me turn on this light real quick. I'm sorry, guy. I know it's kind of dark. I had the fight. Earl Spence winning with that knockdown in the 11th round. But you know what, man? You had Porter winning, but yeah, man, rewatch it. Not just to rescore it, but watch it just because it was just so good, man. Very, very entertaining. And this is a fight, man, that I think boxing really needed, man. I really do. Because think about it, man. Think about it like this, guys. When was the last time that we saw a main event for a pay-per-view this good, with this much action, with this much drama, um, with this much toe-to-toe action? This is one reason why a lot of people have left boxing, because they feel that the fights weren't living up to expectations, And I agreed, because I felt like pay per view got watered down for a lot of years, man. Um, these main events were just the first couple of rounds, you had good action, and then next thing you know, the better guy is pulling away, and that's exactly why I think that just because you're the quote unquote, I mean, the A side, right, or the star in boxing, that I don't think you should be on pay per view every time you fight. These are the type of fights that need to be on pay per view. Unification, unification bouts where you got two champions, two guys that like. And I said this, man, I said this in my prediction, man. And a lot of people weren't listening to me, man. But I'm telling you, y'all need to start listening to G Funk, man, because I know my boxing, man. I know it. I told you guys this was going to be one of them fights that when it's over, you're going to have a good group of people thinking Spence won. You're going to have a good group of people thinking that Porter won the fight. And that's exactly how it was, man. They went to the fight commentator table after the fourth round. Garcia, Thurman, and Mancini all had the fight for Shawn Porter after 4 rounds. Man, it was close, man. It was a close fight. You damn right, no, Paul. I know you was watching that night when I said it. I said it on my channel and I said it on D Style Show. I told y'all it was gonna be close, back and forth. You know, I just knew it, man, because Porter is a guy. He's so competitive, man. I could just tell. Like I grew up with guys like that, very competitive. They don't like to lose. I know he's going to do whatever it takes to win. Same thing with Spence. But I'm telling you right now, man, I had it. Spence just barely winning the fight, man, with that knockdown. And that was a beautiful shot. And, he was landing that shot all night long. And they were trading those shots all night long. I don't know how many times I counted that Spence and Porter both landing left hooks, trading left hooks so many times in that fight. And just that one right there was enough to get Porter to drop down, and the glove hit the canvas, and they had to rule it a knockdown. Now, he was hurt. Don't get me wrong. He was hurt. I'm not saying it was a flash knockdown, because you could see when he got hit, the eyes roll. When you see guys' eyes roll like that, man, he was stunned from that left hook. But he still had. I mean, Porter he's so strong. He's so well conditioned that even though he got hit with that shot and was badly hurt, like again, you seen the eyes roll. He was still able to get that left hook off while going down. He was very, very determined. He was in Spence's face all night long. And we learned something about. I mean, we knew. I mean, I at least I could say this. I knew that Shawn Porter had this kind of heart. I knew Shawn Porter had this kind of strength. I knew he had this kind of conditioning. I knew he had this kind of determination. I knew that. Those are things that we didn't know about Spence yet, because Spence had been in there with guys who, I'm going to say about 98% of the guys he was in there with, he was just much better than, much stronger than. Besides Garcia, Brooke, and now Porter. Those are the three guys that we can't honestly say that he was, going in and, he might be better. No, we don't know that. He's still in the beginning stages of his career. They're building him into a star. But we learned a few things about Spence also. We learned that he can go a hard 12. We learned that he can fight with a guy who's his size. We learned that he can deal with the dirty tactics that Porter was doing last night. The low blows, the headbutts, the little elbows, the clinching and holding. Although, I was a little afraid. I was thinking that maybe the ref was going to take a point from Spence for leaning over on Porter's on his neck. That's something that I don't like that. That's an old tactic that guys like Lennox Lewis and Klitschko's used to use that to try to wear guys out. But I'm going to say that I'm glad that he didn't take the point, because in a fight this close, something like that could be the determining factor. And I don't want the referee's decision to take a point from somebody to be why the fight went this way or that way. So I'm glad that he didn't take the point, but it was getting close, man. But one thing I liked about what Spence was doing was that when Porter was getting rough, when he was hitting low and those sort of things, he came right back and did the same thing. And I like that about fighters. Like, don't rely on the referee to just save you every time. That's something I hope David Benavidez was watching that fight last night, because that's something he could have used against Darrell. But that's another video. All right, that's another video. But just a crazy fight, man. And this is I think it's going to be a shot of adrenaline to the sport, man, because this fight was so good and so it was worth the pay-per-view, man. It was worth it. I had people over here last night, some casual fans. They were excited for the fight. They want to see a rematch. I want to see a rematch because it was close. And that's the type of fight fan that I am, man. If a guy goes in there and hangs with you like that, and most people think he won, he got a split decision, man. So a judge actually thought Porter won. You got to do it again, man. I don't know about immediate, but it has to happen again. Like, that's like, if I could use a basketball reference, right? Like, if we played 21, a game of 21, and I beat you 21 to like 4, and then you ask for a rematch, like, nah, man, I'm going to play you again. Like, I done blew you out, But if I beat you 21 to 19, and you're like, hey, let's run that thing back. Let's run it back. Oh, it was a good game. All right, let's do it again. No sweat. That's what needs to happen here, man. I know Danny Garcia jumped in the ring and called out Errol Spence, and we know Spence wants to fight him also. But you know what? This fight has to happen again, man. Has to. So, man, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. One thing I want to say is that to everybody Let me read No Paul's comment. I'm very impressed with Porter, bro. He deserves a Canelo payday since he's not getting the push, but he'd probably get. Maybe, man. I don't know. I mean, we know Porter's a big guy, man. He fought at 160. Um, we know he cuts weight like crazy. So, we'll see, man. But he definitely deserves a payday, a big payday. I think he's a guy who's, he's not going to be easy out for anybody, man. You can just see the determination that he has in there. You can see he was in Spence's face all night long, man. And really, I think there were some times where Spence was a little uncomfortable with that. Um, one thing that I seen, from my eyes, from my point of view, and I said this about Spence in the Kell Brook fight. When you're able to back him up with good pressure, he's very hittable, man. He gets hit and he's not very comfortable going backwards like that. Um, so that's something that guys are looking at. I mean, I'm seeing it. When I seen when Kell Brook was able to use that a good jab and push him back, he was able to land good clean shots, even combinations on Spence. Same thing last night with Porter when he was able to come straight in and close the distance with that shotgun jab. And that shotgun jab was landing a lot last night too on Spence. Um, he was able to do some good damage, land some good combinations on Errol Spence. But to Errol Spence's credit, he was able to land good lead left hands on Porter coming in, left hooks, good shots downstairs to the body. He got physical back with him. It was just brilliant stuff, guys. There was times where Spence would back Porter up, have him against the ropes, start letting his hands go a little bit to the body, and then Spence would do that. Like I was talking about in my prediction, he would do that quick pivot, that quick turn, and create that angle, and he would get out of there and he would start going to work on Spence. We seen that I don't know how many times last night in that fight. That is beautiful boxing by both guys, man. Beautiful stuff, textbook stuff that champions do, man. Just unbelievable. I keep watching. They got the fight on right now, guys. I keep looking back and watching it because it's just crazy action, man. Crazy action. But yeah, man, I had it for Earl Spence. The knockdown did it for me on my card. But you know what? You won't hear a word out of me if you think Porter won the fight because there was a lot of rounds. I'm talking even the early rounds that seemed to go a little more towards Spence, like the first 3 rounds. They were close. If Spence won them, he barely won them. In the mid rounds, to me, those were the more decisive rounds. I think for Porter, I felt like his work was a little bit better in those mid rounds from like rounds 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, like I said, man, those last 4 rounds, round 9 through 12, just epic stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. You don't get any better than that, man. It just doesn't. Both guys were on their game last night. Both guys did not want to lose that fight last night. But unfortunately, somebody had to take the L last night. It was Shawn Porter. And, it is what it is, man. I enjoyed it. Need to see it again for sure, man. Got to see it again. Man, I don't know, man. I'm just really, really, man, I'm really, really excited, man, because this fight was so good. And I'm hoping that it does put boxing back where it needs to be, man. I feel like they did such a good job promoting this fight too. They had these guys out on the Fox NFL pregame shows and halftime shows and stuff like that. They were showing the inside stuff, like the little. I don't know. They're not like 24/7 or something, but they were showing like the little um, shows, about the fight and showing the guys in camp. So I feel like they did a really good job. The PBC did with promoting this fight because that was a good crowd last night at Staples Center. I don't think it was sold out, but there was a lot of people there, man. A lot of people, and I'm just hoping that this fight, people keep talking about it, and it gets boxing back where it needs to be, man. Because this was great, man. And these are the type of fights that need to be on pay-per-view, man. Not just because your name is Canelo, not just because your name is Oscar De La Hoya or Floyd Mayweather that you get to fight on pay-per-view. I don't like that. I just don't like that. I think that the matchups and the what's on the line should be what makes a pay-per-view. Right here we had again unification, man. Both guys champions. So I mean that's to me that's worth pay-per-view, you know? So man, I'm gonna end this thing, guys, but geez, uh just a great fight. I'm gonna go head over to the homie's house. We're gonna watch some football today. My Dallas Cowboys are gonna be in New Orleans tonight. It's gonna be a big game. But you guys that didn't catch me live, let me know what you think in the comment sections, man. How did you see it? Um, did you enjoy it? I hope you did, man. Because if you didn't enjoy this fight, then I don't know what kind of fight you'll enjoy if you didn't enjoy this one, man. Because this was just beautiful, beautiful last night. I'm gonna be on D Styles show again this week. We're gonna recap this pay-per-view, and I can't wait to I can't wait to get on that show, man, because I was telling them, man, this is gonna be one of them fights. It's gonna be, guys thinking Porter won, guys thinking Spence won, and we got a split decision, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this thing here. Like I said, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the comments while I was live. I appreciate it, guys. And I'm out. Have a good one.